to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemmy Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot,
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in Chrissy.
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
We're sure you'll giggle a little.
And learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Mental. And we are Everyone Racers. You knew it was coming. Welcome to a Chevy muscle car episode of our podcast. It is, in fact, episode 409. The first muscle car, as it was often known. In 1961, Chevy decided to fine-tune the company's performance image and boost sales by further offering a super sport package on the all-new full-size Chevy Impala. The SS package included late in the model year with an all-new 409 cubic inch engine offering. The 409 was basically a bored-out Chevy 348, but quickly became known as the truck engine designed for drag and stock car racing. Now, only 142 of those engines were issued in 1961 because production problems halted the option until 1962. And most of the 1961 Super Sports are not 409s. They're usually either 327s or 350s. So 142 of those were equipped with a 409, and only a handful of those were convertibles. So while none of us were driving our 4-speed dual quad positraction 409,
Wow.
still an interesting read. Inspired the Beach
409 of
Boys
them.
classic. Gary Usher, one of the writers of that song, the Beach Boys, was fascinated by hot rods. And the 409 was one of the, not the, but one of the earliest engines to produce 1 horsepower per cubic inch when equipped with a 4-barrel.
You are full of information.
Mm.
Wow. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Now you know.
Now you know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
There we go. All right. Oh, hey, kids.
Hey.
What have y'all been working on?
No, Mental, what have y'all been working on? Because we know what we've been working on, and we're going to talk about that extensively.
It's going to take a minute.
So yeah, I spent last week doing, hints like showing up late and then couldn't fight with my computer. But we had and I bitched about it last week, but we had a big conference at work. So that was all my problem. And now, just settling all the stuff that comes out of that. And finally, Nevada has entered the 20th century with the availability of online registration for vehicles purchased out of state. So my long in my possession Porsche 912 as of 3:00 this afternoon is now finally in my name with Nevada plates.
Oh.
Much to the previous owner's probably happiness, because he's gotten 2 tickets from the state of California because I drove through there with his expired registration. So we'll be taking care of that and just finalizing some details. Now, I'm not here to take any thunder away from the other 3 who are off racing this weekend, but I am getting my MSR Houston travel prep finalized because I will be down there with Skinny Coyote in the yet version, I think 3.0 of the Ranger, and we'll probably bring the BMW, or they will. So going to go down there and have some fun. Looking forward to having Jerry Longmire back visiting with us. He can only make it on Sunday, but it's going to be fantastic. That's the guy that does truck astrology. He came down. It was funny because we had this last year, but he'd never heard of lemons, and he didn't even know there was a racetrack in Houston where he lives. And he came out, and so I go to introduce him to various people. And every time we'd walk into somebody else's pit, they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Jerry Wayne Longmire. Oh my God, I'm such a fan." And he's like, "Oh, sweet." So I discovered a fan base, and his next episode of the Wrecking Yard, he was wearing his lemon shirt. So we're hoping he can do that again.
Is he going to do a lemons astrology of the cars while he's there?
That would be just hysterical. I think so. I know Eric was like, we really should try to get him to come out as a guest judge, because he does that thing where he'll guest judge like the Hot Wheels show car competitions and that sort of stuff. And so
That'd be hysterical.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's been my very uninteresting weekend. It was great.
Great.
Yay.
Yay.
Well,
Well,
we've all been doing similar things, except Tim. So Chrissy and I can go, and then Tim, you can talk about your travels. Chrissy and I traveled from Denver to Washington Dulles. Got a rental car, drove to Costco, drove to the thrift store, drove to the track, did some racing, and then basically the opposite on the way home. Hotel, sushi, Formula One, wake up super early, fly back, go to work. And tonight I've been doing more work on the furnace. I talked to Greg Smith over the weekend, and while he was still soberish, he could tell me more about how I should be hooking up my furnace to my zone valves and stuff. So
it's very
Just remember,
fancy, but
for only $30 a day, you can keep Drake drunk. So drunk.
it would be really nice to have heat, especially in our bedroom. That would be
we have some
super cool.
heat. It's just not controlled very well at the moment.
Okay.
Man,
I've
y'all
made
move out
various-
west and you got soft. I want heat.
It was
27.
For my
20
house to
it's-
not burn down.
it's it's going to be 20 tonight. I'm like, I kind of want to just have a little bit of
I don't want my house to burn down.
Yep. I don't see a problem with that when you just buy a new to you house. You'd
No.
rather it not
No,
burn
that's
down.
very funny, though.
Yes. All right. I've just done the same thing. Tim, you added some more car mileages to that, to our travel in addition to what we try.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the race itself, but the exit from the race was really the exciting part for me. So I had to leave. Sadly, I had to leave before checkers.
Right. So sad.
To fly to Texas, where my car and my dog were. So I got there about 10 o'clock. Got in bed by about 11 after I packed the truck. Woke up at 3:50 and got in the truck and proceeded to drive to California. But there was a little wrinkle. There was a little wrinkle in my plan. I had a good plan. I was going to get back to the house. I was going to take a shower there, get clean because I'd been racing all day. And
well, part of your plan with getting clean is necessitated by a stay in Barstow. I feel like I need a shower just driving through it.
Oh, it gets worse. Mental, it gets worse.
Oh, no.
So I go into my bedroom at 11 after I say goodnight to all of my friends after a super fun 2 weeks. And a dog, I don't know which dog, might be my dog, peed on the bed. So I'm like, I got 4.5, 5 hours of sleep to get. Like, I can either like deal with all this right now, or I can just throw everything off onto the ground and just sleep on the dry spot. So that's what I did.
That's like, how you know how tired you were.
I'm going to delay my shower till the morning so I can take a shower and cleanse myself. So,
if you're sleeping in dog pee.
I wake up at 3:50 and I go to take a shower and I turn the shower knob and water is just dribbling out of the shower head. I was like, what is going on? So I take a washcloth sink shower.
You do not.
I do.
Well, because you're not going to try to investigate why it's not working in somebody else's house.
4 in the morning.
No one's going to do anything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I sponge bath myself in the sink.
Amazing.
And get in the car and start driving back to California. And my goal was to get to Barstow in the first leg. And so here I am in the car. I've got a coffee. I'm feeling good. It's kind of a windy road out of there. And I'm like 40 minutes in and the dog pukes in the truck. I was like, awesome.
She was doing so good.
Right? You were so excited about
good.
how good she was doing.
So I pulled over at a gas station, cleaned it up, went in, and luckily they were making breakfast sandwiches in there. And I was like, hey, can I steal a piece of cheese so I could get a pill in my dog? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. So I stole a piece of cheese. I snuck a a motion sickness pill in her, and luckily she was good to go after that. So I drove all the way. I got all the way into Arizona, and I'm on my way to Barstow, and I see a sign that says Vegas 72 miles, and I was like,
Yeah, 1 hour. Yeah, absolutely.
I was so close to giving you a call mental, but I was like, no, I'm going to stay the course. So went to Barstow, had about a 4-hour nap in the Love's parking lot, which was delightful.
Okay, you really should have just called me then. Yeah, I mean, dog could have run around in my backyard. Him and
You could have gotten a better shower
played
in the Love.
I could have got a shower. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have been like
shower number.
Yep.
12.
Timber available.
Patron number 71. Your shower is ready.
Wood. What can't it do?
So I got on the road again this morning. I think it was like 4:00 again. 4:45, something like that. And got to California in my home by 10:15. So this is coffee. Still drinking coffee.
Why? You should be going to bed soon.
I
feel like it's not gonna slow him down.
I'm just trying to make it to 8:30. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what we did last night, because we got up and because we went from East Coast to Mountain.
We got
time.
up at 4:45 East Coast time, and then went back to Mountain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yesterday we kept trying to like unpack some boxes. We got some piece of some furniture while we were gone. It sat out front of our house, and we tried to what is behind you, Mental?
Trying to do this
petition
pit race.
Oh, okay.
It's not centering the way I wished it would.
And so I kept saying, so I'm yawning at 6:30 Mountain time. And I was like, can I go to bed now? And he's like, no, you can't. And I was like, 7:00, 7:30. He's like, you have to stay awake till 8:00. And I was like, yeah. So I get it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Whatever. I eat and sleep when I want to. And I don't care how pissed off they get at me on the freeway.
So, so happy to be home, safe and sound. No road issues. Thank you.
Good.
For the man up there. But I had a lot of time to think about 2026 and what the race plans are. So I've got a lot of irons in the fire. One of the things, non-limits things that we plan on doing, if anyone cares to join us, is I think there's going to be a handful of us that are going to do the 24 hours at Daytona in January. So
attend. I was going to say
attend.
I was not looking at the same limit schedule you were. Okay.
Nope. Attending that. So that would be super fun.
He just said race plans. He didn't say lemons.
No. All things racing. So start there, and then and I had to talk Jeremy from Monkey House Garage through the process of getting into my garage and my house in Maine, because he stuffed the Failbird in there while I was driving home to California. So now I have another race car in my possession, and
too much.
No.
The
you
other
have the
goes,
Failbird.
Not anymore. I don't.
You have the Failbird.
Now.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So we'll see. That changes the dynamic of my 26 race plan. So we shall see what becomes of that. But I am thinking about doing both of the 24 and the 25 hour this coming year. So I'm going to go from 0 to 2, which would be fun. So much to think about. We should maybe at the end of the year do a lay out our race plans to the community. Come up with a plan once we finalize them, if we finalize them. And then Uncle Dave, who I was racing with, gave me another puppet to add to my arsenal, which I will be using at Sonoma when we're judging. So we now have our first female puppet. It's Hermione the hippo. So we'll see you in the penalty box at Sonoma.
There we go.
Okay, see you soon.
Well, I'm not sure this is actually news, but Andrew Collins at The Drive suggests that you get yourself a smash panel, which is a piece of a car that you can just smash up. He took this idea from an old TV show, Junkyard Wars, where you had to build a car from car parts and then race it or something like that.
That's a
But
great
in
yeah,
this
show.
car,
I love Junkyard Wars. It was
Yeah.
like they had an American version on the History Channel based on the British version. It was fantastic.
very good. But in this car, someone pulled a fender and stuck a hammer next to it and invited people to smash it to get their frustrations out. The guy continued the trend and still has a piece of fender used for releasing emotions a decade later. So chances are you might have a piece of a car that you no longer need in your garage or sitting on the outside of your house. And so you and a family member may want to just take advantage by providing some PPE, a safe space where kids and pets aren't going to get disturbed and smash away. You can always bring that thing to the scrapyard later. Link is in our show notes.
I like this part right here where literally his wife was having a hard time and he said something on the lines of, I just want to smash something came out of her mouth. And like any good spouse, he went, gave her some safety goggles, a hammer, and said, have had it. That's a smart man.
That is a smart man.
I remember going through an upgrade training once and it was just academically, I was really, really struggling and I hated it. And I, at the time was building a car for the Grassroots Motorsports Challenge because Lemons didn't exist yet. And came home and I used to be very good about trying not to bring any of my frustrations into the house. And some days, you park the car. Nope. Back out of the car, drive around the block one more time because you're not coming. I'm not bringing this, to my spouse. And the trip around the block didn't work. And I got in there and there was a car that I'd planned on safely removing all the glass out of. And today I decided it would not be safely removed. And in fact, I just grabbed a 2x4 and smashed every piece of glass except the front windshield in that car. And my wife came out halfway through. She's like, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine, sweetie. Just go back inside.
What? Wow. That's a lot.
So, yeah, there is wisdom in that.
Well then, while I have something in my eye, makes it great to read this.
Yeah, you're supposed to read.
Yeah.
You have a copy to read. Go.
Yeah, I think I'm all right. All right. AI is at it again. An NBC channel in Chicago aired a video of a racetrack that when they turned the lights out, they all crashed. Caleb Jacobs tells at The Drive, tell us all about the NBC channel that thought it was real and live and went to put it on the news to report about it. The clip originally came from a video from the Weber Valley Speedway page on Facebook. The fake
Which
footage
is hilarious.
shows an entire field of dirt late model cars circling the track, only for the lights to go off, leading for a crash. Quote, we later found out the power company in the area cut the lights to intimidate the track owners into paying their electric bill on time, the reporter explained on air, pulling from the post caption that was written in broken English. The track then gave each car in the wreck an extra $5 to go toward repair work, end quote. Apparently, the Speedway posts all kinds of Speedway crashes, some believable, some not. Apparently, the guy who runs this track and the socials just likes to write novels to get the funny AI videos and post them. So really, you cannot trust what you see on the internet these days.
At Weber Valley, I follow them on Facebook. They're hilarious.
Do you really?
They don't exist. It's just like literally, like one of them, it was a pregnant woman smoking a cigarette, holding up her new trophy and her belly's out from underneath her driving suit. And they're like, congratulations to Maggie who won the late model feature. I mean, they just lean into it extra hard.
And in this article,
I'll dig it up on Facebook and we'll have a link to it on Facebook.
I did not.
I
did not add these people. But he was like, I don't just write a couple sentences. He literally writes pages to get exactly what he's looking for to make these AI videos and post them. Mm-hmm. Yes, I now need to follow them. I do not follow them, and I should.
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Here we go. This is terrible pod, but I am going to show my my co-host. So this is just some of their photos. Here it's there's the U-Haul races. That one
should
probably
we-
could have been real. That one.
Should,
That one
should
may have
we
been taken.
describe? Should we describe these for?
I don't
our,
know. I don't
our
know.
audio
We
listeners?
Well, the caption underneath it is, "We would like to thank Mark Asslicker for stepping up to the last minute to be the trophy girl last night after the user one started pucking everywhere after eating moldy fries, or started puking everywhere after eating moldy fries from the concessions. It's people like Asslicker that still give us hope in this world." And yes,
I like the winner is also just this guy in a blue outfit, and he's so sad.
and this one's actually very funny right now. So it shows the
monkeys
track.
with machine guns.
Monkeys with
Oh my
AK-47s.
God.
Because in Mississippi today, a truckload of, quote, aggressive monkeys, that's the police description, all weighing about 40 pounds, crashed, and the monkeys were released into the countryside. As they are research monkeys, they are infected with hepatitis C,
And so
Oh
that's
my
why
gonorrhea,
they're-
and COVID. I'm not making any of that up. So, yeah. So,
But they have machine guns now, so they're fine.
exactly. They're very topical. So there's the U-Haul race. Yeah. And
Okay.
I want to see, there's the stands
Oh,
being
man.
set on fire.
On
There was a
fire.
great one in here because it was the guy with a t-shirt cannon shooting an old lady in the face, which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah.
Oh, we gotta
So
do this.
we'll have a link to Weaver
World's
Valley
roughest,
Speedway in our
roughest spelled wrong.
roughest.
Roughest. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Good find.
Good find. Okay. I haven't driven all over the United States, but between all of us, we've driven a freaking lot of places. I was super surprised to find the most expensive toll road in America. Guesses? Hopefully nobody kept reading.
You told us not to. You put in the notes not
Good.
to keep reading.
I did. That's correct.
Trying to think of all. I mean, the most.
Are
of the
you
toll-
are you asking which state or
Oh,
which specific
Sure,
highway?
yes.
Because
Yep,
I'll just
yes.
throw this out right now. It's not in the West. It is not in anyone
it's
on the
definitely in the
screen's
Northeast.
time zone.
Correct.
Absolutely in the Northeast.
We
I'm going to say
don't do
Washington
tolls.
Beltway.
Nope.
Yeah, something like
No.
that.
I
Okay.
feel like something in Massachusetts.
Nope. Nope. And nope. Tim, any ideas?
I'm gonna go closer to home. I'm gonna say it's probably somewhere in the New Jersey, New York area.
It is actually, and Chris, I'm surprised because he's showing you the picture. It is actually the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So it happens to be right in our previous backyard. Greg Pajoli at Jalopnik informed us that the Pennsylvania Turnpike is the most expensive toll road in the United States. He says, and I agreed, that by taking the Pennsylvania Turnpike, you think it's smoother and it's a quicker ride, and it's mostly true. It's pretty straight, not a whole lot of construction during normal time. Seems like a good idea to me. Often previously. But if you drive the whole 360 miles from New Jersey to, through Pennsylvania, it's going to cost you $120.
Oh my God.
Yep. After that, after Pennsylvania, it's New York's Thruway and then Florida's Turnpike, both are which under $30. So they're
of
shorter
Four
distance.
times
Of
as
note.
much.
I've noted it. That's if you don't have a transponder and you just get the plate by mail or toll by mail. It's like half that if you have the transponder. Still expensive. Like the tolls towing from our place out to pit race were significant.
Yes. Significant.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Turnpike is apparently so expensive because of a 2007 law that gives a lot of that money to Philly and Pittsburgh's PennDOT for public transit. If you have an easy pass, you're blissfully unaware of how much it's costing you until you're told you're out of funds. So
Until
just
your
know
credit card's maxed.
just know that you're getting robbed by using it.
Wow.
That I remember in my sociology class eons ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth and the world wasn't linked up by the internet, that a hallmark of a bureaucracy is that they are self-sustaining. And that's why all of these toll roads, like in Kansas, and they're having this problem in Oklahoma too, is they make a toll and to pay for the road after the fact. And then once the road's paid for, they come up with excuses to keep charging you.
Yeah, this is one of them. And they said it just keeps going up and up and up. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone's addicted to that money.
We don't live
Crazy.
there, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay.
And as much as
So-
people want to
so-
rag on the People's Republic of California, I've noticed that all of their Lexus lanes now say no charge every time I'm on them. So,
Wow. Yes.
So before we move on to the wonderful website of Racing Junk, we were talking about the generous collection at Haggerty last week.
Yes.
ooh,
Did any of you happen to go back and look at
No.
what some of them went for?
No.
No, I didn't.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
No, come on, throw it. Let's spill it.
All right.
Yeah, go.
Hang on. Hold,
Like-
please.
Like a lot? Or do we want to do Racing Junk and then you can bring it back?
Yeah, we can do that. Well, okay, there it
Well,
is.
Too
Okay.
late.
No, if you got it up, that's good.
He's
All right,
sharing his wood.
I'll hit a couple. I sorted it by lowest to highest. So
Ooh, there we go.
I'll highlight a couple that I thought were like, holy cow, what a bargain. $3,600 for a 72 Plymouth Fury 4-door.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Meant a limo upgrade, 96 Cadillac Fleetwood for $3,700.
And I looked at that one. My beef with that one is that's a funeral limo. So it's basically a bus because all the seats all face the same direction.
Oh, no,
fair.
that's fun.
3,700 though, that'd be a nice, you can make that into a pretty awesome El Camino.
How about a 2000 BMW 528 sedan, my favorite body style of the 5 Series, for $5,500?
Wow.
How much did the King Midget or the King go for? That guy,
The
one next to
King
Beamer.
Midget, $5,400.
Wow.
But it's a project. That's just, I thought, was a lot for a project.
I think I saw my green Cadillac there. How'd that go? Down.
Not yet. Yep, not yet. Yep, it's right here. $6,500.
What a deal.
Chris.
I mean, what?
What a deal.
Could've
That's a bargain.
stolen.
Someone got a super cool car for
Wow.
$6,500. That is beautiful. Go back and watch last
Yep.
week's episode if you're wondering what we're talking about.
Oh,
what about
sure.
that? Tell me about that Bonneville right there. No, that's a
So
Catalina. Oof.
There's a 66 Catalina for $6,600. Smoking deal there.
Yeah.
And a Cadillac sedan DeVille, which has turned into a funeral flower car, also known as El Camino. And then I think the last one that I thought was a pretty cool find was on the neck page. We're still under 10 grand here, folks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still under 10 grand.
Such a random group of cars.
It
It's
really
so
is. It's
weird.
It's all over the
A lot
place.
of caddies though, but okay.
So
Yeah, but
62 Cadillac sedan DeVille for $9,800.
Ooh, that's
It's
that beautiful kind
brown.
of. Is it brown? Is that or is that a fuchsia mist?
That is fuchsia mist. It is
Even better.
gorgeous.
Yes.
It is gorgeous.
That's pretty dope.
Less
Wow.
than
That's
10
wonderful
grand.
bags.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
And,
awesome.
and this car has 144 pictures. This is so much work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much work. I mean, like for
Yes.
Haggerty to take on 1,300 cars is what it said. They're doing it 250 something at a time, but still 144 pictures per car.
Crazy.
So much work.
Crazy.
Yep. But hey, we're talking about it. So there's that.
Well, we'll leave the link to the auction in our show notes because
Okay.
super
Might
cool
be.
stuff. And you weren't going to get anything done at work today anyway, right?
Super cool
Nah.
stuff.
That's fine.
Doesn't
It's totally
matter.
fine. Exactly. So let us talk about racingjunk.com. Now, I feel like there's not a lot of imagination because they literally just titled this Lemon's Car, SCCA race car for sale, $6,500. And of course, we're going to make fun of them because they didn't get the membership and there's only 3 photos. But in Wilson, North Carolina, it is a 2003 Mazda 6. It is approved for lemons. Lucky Dog, SCCA. It's got a stock 3-liter Duratec engine, oil cooler, adjustable seat. It's got the fire system, 16 and 17-inch wheels, cool shirt, and an SCCA logbook with brake bias system and spares, which that's a lot of car. That's a lot of add-ons that you're not going to have to buy for $6,500. So, but I feel like Henry Long could have spent a little extra money But
Come on, man.
you guys are
Right?
Chris. You're a Mazda guy. You did all the research on the in and outs of the Lego-like quality of Ford and Mazda sedans. What's your take on that?
I can't tell because his pictures are so bad and grainy.
it's
Like
true.
there's literally no detail that I can
Yeah, it's
see
not
about
that great.
anything to give any opinion on the quality of this car. If
Fair
it's
enough.
good, it's a nice deal. But I
Yeah.
can't tell.
It's hard to
Come on,
tell.
you could've just-
hard to
Henry,
tell
you
if this
just
car's
spent the
worth
money,
buying or
Henry.
not by these
Come on.
pictures. Next.
Henry, come on.
Come on, shoot.
It's Mazda 6.
It's one more than a 5. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Upcoming races?
None.
Nope. Not for a while. Okay, let's talk about race results now.
Lemons was at Summit Point. We're going to talk about this a lot. Yep. We had lots of fun.
Well, we can just skip it and put it down the bottom.
Whatever. Like we're rolling into that basically.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Okay.
Because I am fascinated by literally the first thing you're going to say.
So the overall winner, I think for only the second time ever,
Is it
was
really?
a Class B car. Now, this was clearly misclassed. It had, I
Yes.
think, the second fastest time of the weekend overall. In their 93 Civic, it was heel and toe failures, winning Class B by like a good 5 laps.
And also, Eric
Well-
was there. So there is no excuse that it was the rest of the judges. They didn't know what they were talking about. Like,
They had the
Eric
third
was there.
fastest time. It was the
Third
third
fastest.
time.
Oh, okay.
Still.
Well, you know,
Or
Right.
the infamous, B, yeah, I could probably win if it doesn't blow up.
It's a
yeah, no,
Civic.
it's a Civic. It's like
It's a 93 Civic.
with an Integra motor.
All right. So somebody
Anyway.
had a good presentation. Good on them.
And
Good bribing. Well done.
Maybe.
in finding new ways to lose that no one else has ever found, we have far from winning Mr. Tom Lamino's car. It's like, wait, no one's ever lost in that way. Huh.
Yeah.
He won A.
So Kim gave them the wrong trophy because
Yes.
she didn't realize that the overall winners were not the A class winners. So she was like, we were like, no, they said B class. She hands them the wrong trophy. And she was like, wait, what?
Wait, they had to change. They had to stop and
she was
trade
like, hold on.
trophies in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come back. They took pictures with the wrong trophy. Yeah, like that's how it went down.
Oh, so Tom got Ferrari'd at a Lemons race.
Basically.
That's-
yeah.
A little. Yeah.
It couldn't have happened to a person that it should have happened to any better. Like all these things happen to Tom.
Well, at least
What new and exciting ways can you have to not win?
Well,
And he
I mean,
did
you won.
almost burn down his garage this time. So
Not this time.
Did
Class
run out of
C,
brakes a lot though. I didn't bring extras. There's that.
yeah. Class C, Mr. H Motorsports. This Volvo 760 still running the PRV V6 that they got at a junkyard like 10 years ago. And it's still just running. And they wheel the hell out of this terrible, terrible car and are very aware of all the people around them and give point buys when it's appropriate. It's very well driven. Yeah, but it's a terrible car.
Mm-hmm.
Org choice, the spontaneous rodents in a 2002 Ford Escort ZX2. Apparently these were some college students from Purdue that I saw them on track once. And then after that, I drove through the remnants of them being on track once because their drain plug fell out of their transmission and oiled down the entire track, causing another car to go into the tire wall at turn 5, causing a red flag and a black flag all. But they had a great attitude the whole time. And only one kid was still there when it was time for the trophies.
That's
So the
true.
one kid walked up and got the trophy. Yep. But the point is their car was broken all weekend and they just kept plugging away at it and had a great attitude. So that's the usual. That's a good judge's choice. Oh, that was org choice. Sorry. And they were a brand new team as well. Heroic Fix went to the Tactical Raccoons in a 91 Civic. They thought something was wrong with their car on track. So they come on in because they can smell some fuel and that's no good. So they come in and they're in the paddock and they're right by HQ, which is only, 100 feet from their paddock. Like they're halfway in between when the car catches fire. Like really,
Like bad fire.
really catches fire.
Like see it from the other side of the track fire.
That was a different thing.
No,
But-
no. I mean, you could still see it, or you could see
Yeah.
it like on track. I could
I did
see
hear
it.
there were 5 fires this weekend.
There were
No, just
God.
four.
there were
Four.
Oh,
four
just
fires.
four.
Right. So this one happened. One like the tuna chuckers team was right there. They grabbed fire extinguishers. They got there first. The track fire people come. They put it out. It was a huge mess. They actually had to double yellow the race for about 15 or 20 minutes to
Yep.
refill the fire trucks because they were
'Cause
empty and they couldn't.
This was
have
the
race
second
going.
fire of the day. Yeah,
Right.
this is the second fire of the day.
So this car, the engine bay of this car was so crispy, and these people, this is like their first race, but they found the new parts. They got a new harness. They got a new fuse box. They got the new fuel lines. They got all that stuff and put it out. And they were running with like an hour left, and you'd see it go by with a different driver in it about every 10 minutes so that they could all get a
pretty
couple
impressive
laps.
dedication. I'm not entirely sure after a safety vehicle emptying fire, I would have kept going. Good on you.
What
Their
they did.
toughest fix, part of the whole fix, was getting a new fire bottle, because they had to pull the fire bottle, and getting one of those last second is not easy.
Nope. Especially if there's
All
not
right.
like a pro
Judge's
shop. Yeah,
choice
that's
went
impressive.
to TPF Racing. This is the Mercury Milan that is just so bad. But they, again, great attitude. Do you guys remember anything else about this one? I don't recall.
No. Nope.
All I remember is the car
I
like
think it was broken.
diving into every single corner with a tremendous amount of body roll. They did a great job of kind of cutting it up with people and staying out of the way of the faster cars. But fun,
I think they were
fun
broken a
car.
bunch. They had some broken things, but I'm not sure what else.
Yep. I got screwed, went to the Folly from Mount Holly. They had a 2009 Charger. It made a total of 1 lap all weekend. And it was started on Saturday and finished on Sunday. So if you look at the lap timer, there was
It was
1 lap they had. The lap time was like 21 hours and change. So
They did more laps in the paddock than they did on the racetrack.
it did.
Ooh.
Constantly with lots of smoke pouring out of their left tailpipe and less smoke pouring out of their right tailpipe. It was bad.
It's bad.
IOE winner went to a team that none of us can believe has never had an IOE in all of the terrible cars and decent performances they've had in the past. Team was called Porsche AG, better known as Sputnik, and their 91 Sentra, which has gone through so many variations of roofs and everything that it could possibly have over the years. It is such a hoopty, and Sasha and crew keep that thing going. And at this time, it just went round and round.
Well,
and round
I
and
think
round.
they had problems. I think they did an engine swap on Friday.
Either way, it beat a bunch of
They
cars.
were doing a lot of work on it,
and
though.
it was slow, but damn, and it was somewhat of a lifetime achievement or lack of achievement award.
But it did okay. I mean, it was out there
Yeah.
plenty. So they kept it going. They kept looking for a timing light, and everybody's like, "No, we don't have a timing light." Yeah, they did a good job.
I feel like if Sasha was looking for a timing night, he wasn't setting timing. He needed the specific connection because that's what the Nissan transmission, yeah.
Yeah. The regional award was the Failure of Equals Award, went to Silver Errors Racing in their Chrysler Crossfire. They are a great group of people, and their Crossfire was having these transmission leaks all weekend, and they were just constantly under that damn thing, trying to figure out why, where, and how, and why it was leaking. They were
trying to mystify us.
ATF, right?
Tim comes over and was like, "Why is the drip up there? It's supposed to be back there." We're like, "I don't know."
There were helicoils involved. There was so much gasket sealer. They're just constantly working on the damn thing.
They tried to JB weld it once the gasket sealer didn't work. They tried to JB weld the seal shut.
Yep.
Didn't work.
That always
not
works.
great.
That always works.
It doesn't.
They were celebrating the 100th anniversary of Chrysler, and so therefore they were dressed like they were from 1925 in their fancy dress. And one dude wore his zoot suit, white pinstripe zoot suit, doing all of the work on the car
whole
all
time.
weekend. He never
They brought
took it
a
off.
huge sheet cake that said congratulations on the anniversary. So
100th birthday Chrysler. Yep.
Yeah.
So they great people, the great attitude. And lastly is HMG. That was us and Garage Heroes.
Shirley,
what
you
was
can be
listed-
serious.
This is what was
I am
listed on
serious. So
the.
stop calling me Shirley.
Ah, wonderful.
This is what was listed on the website. I just thought it was funny that it says, "Where is the RX-7 from?" All over this bitch. CONYNJ.
I typed that in when they want location. I was like, that. I put that
All
in.
over this bitch. You wrote
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was them who wrote that. I was like, wow. Okay.
Nope, that's me. 'Cause
Never
that's where our
mind.
team is from now.
Okay, got
Team's
it.
from all over this bitch.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll talk about more about this later then, right?
Yep.
Okay. There was also 2 other races that I did not pull anything from. So sorry about that. But they had the last Pittsburgh race. I believe that was
Lucky Dog.
Lucky Dog. That's correct. Thank you.
One out.
Yes. They had their last race there. And then Champ was also at
I
Run
don't
America.
know.
Which is,
Again, never bet against Randy Bish.
fine. The last race that we think is going to happen without some more effort was happening. That's what I know.
Fair.
Okay. Okay. It's listener feedback time. Oh, okay. On the YouTubes, we had some comments on our last episode. Mike K said the airport Claymore story is great. Too lengthy to put here, but transiting Heathrow the day after liquid explosive scare coming from Iraq involved pre-warning the British Army security that I was going to pop all alarms when they patch my now carry-on that was supposed to be a check bag and why it was entertaining. Gate agents were not listening when I warned them that they should go do mine early because it would test positive, so they would need to be hand searched. Army guys had a sense of humor, but the gate agents did not.
Yeah, it's a special like contact cloth that, if any of the, potential
Like
things
swab it
used
kind of thing.
in explosive devices, it will turn a different color. And
Mhm.
that has to do with what Mike used to do over there. And he was warning them, guys, you're going to have to go through my luggage. And they just ignored him. So
Testing positive. Well, Carbine said, mental, I hope you're staying sane.
good to hear from you, Chris. Now, I posted for yesterday, we are recording this on Tuesday, Monday, the 27th. Traditionally, this is a new thing, is El Día de las Almas de las Mascotas, a.k.a. the Day of the Dead for pets. I put a picture of my dogs, 3 of which are no longer with us, and the Damon Hill about the only people that care if you're second place or your dog and your wife.
Matt F said, I snuck in late Sunday night because he was at Summit, made it to the bathroom to grab a quick shower, and then snort under the door. Next thing, they're all awake and crawling all over me. My wife, not so much.
Tracks.
That's a very Matt thing to say.
Yeah, so much.
It really is. Well, Michael K also added, I have a shrine on top of the stupid space-wasting gas fireplace. All of the pups that passed since it was just me. Yeah, there are ashes, but more importantly, there are pics when they were at their peak with me. Most are old before they get here. A favorite toy, a not commissioned drawing from a random friend. And of course, I miss them all dearly, but in the spirit of the holiday I did not know existed, celebrating the joy they brought me to my life. And most recently, that passed as a pic.
And as we are honoring those furry friends of ours, that is the pick. If you guys don't know, every time, when Mike comes to the track, he will go and foster and adopt elderly dogs that, most everybody wants a young dog or something like that. And I do not doubt for a single solitary second that the best moments of those dogs' lives are spent under Michael K's care. Especially if they come to the track, because usually it's some giant furry thing that is just like, you get any food there? And of course you
get lots of pets and treats.
We spent our weekend with one of them the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very large dog that only wanted treats. It did not like men in hats and glasses.
There's some insight.
So
all right.
true.
You know who else doesn't like men in hats and glasses?
I was going to say,
that was natural.
Right.
Who would give all elderly, fluffy, 4-legged creatures treats?
Yeah. Aw.
Aw.
Yep. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Chrissy's mom.
Hi. Okay, it's big time.
We went to Summit.
We did.
We had a great
Back to
time.
Summit.
Like so much fun.
We are. Yeah.
The hangover is real.
The
Oh, yeah.
hangover is better, but it didn't. Yeah, jet lag didn't help. So there's that. But and driving. But yeah,
No, well, you didn't drive 1,800 miles since then.
we did. I meant we have jet lag from flying across the country. He was driving, so that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
we basically could have driven.
Technically,
home.
I did
That's how far
both.
Tim drove, right? Yes. Oh well.
Oh,
Anyway,
so dumb.
Thursday.
Thursday.
How did things go Thursday?
Thursday was great. We had pizza and claws in a rental car in the parking lot of the ABC.
That's
We did.
correct.
Yep.
Yep. We went to
Tim on the way.
went to Costco. Well, our flights came in pretty close to the same time, so that was good. We got a head start, got a rental car, went to Costco to get potluck stuff, and then some a little bit of food. We decided to get a pizza. I got some salad, and then we found Tim in the parking lot. Had to understand Virginia's liquor laws, which every state is different. So we went to multiple stores to figure out where we could find beer and or wine and or liquor, and they were all in different places. So we had to go to a couple different stores, and then we decided to eat the pizza in the car because we all got out of the car, and Tim had a t-shirt and shorts on. And I think I had at least
Tim had a
yoga
minivan
pants.
too. So it's like, well, let's go
Yes.
hang out in the minivan. And
Our car was pretty full because we had just gone to Costco plus all of our luggage.
So like Honda Odyssey, Chrysler
we could
Pacifica?
play.
Well, only mental can play.
That's true.
It's not a very good game.
Okay, and literally, I just guessed like what was like 80% of the choices.
And you're 50% right.
Yeah.
Because rental Pacificas, man, those new Pacificas, Chrysler is just keep setting a standard.
Well, they better. It's the only damn car they make.
Literally.
So yes,
Fair.
that's what we did.
Yes.
Now, again, terrible podcasting unless you're watching on YouTube. But I'm guessing you guys had a rented RV at the track.
We did. We had a camper rented that was delivered to the track. One of actually 6 campers to the track by one company, including the Fishers got one from Garage Heroes. And so by the time we got there, though, Vicky had taken control and got things set up. Our camper was there. It was set up. It just needed us to buy the power to make sure everything worked. So we did. That was good. Vicky's camper was there. Another one came later. So yeah, it was a fine little 28-foot RV camper. Fit us all very nicely. It was great.
It was us and Eric.
Yep.
So 4 of us in there.
Chrissy and I were in the queen bed in front, and then it had 2 large bunk beds in the back, like to easily fit 2 people. And Tim was in the bottom one. Eric was in the top.
And that is my follow-on. I want to know when this picture of a clearly perturbed Chris and a most likely highly caffeinated, slightly intoxicated Tim Burr, when did this occur?
Well,
well,
that was Thursday night, apparently. So,
Thursday night. Well, we drank some.
No,
right?
that was Friday.
Because-
That was Friday night.
Friday
That was
night.
Friday night. That was Friday night.
That was Friday night.
Excellent.
Well, I guess let's tell the story now. I wake up.
Oh, I was thinking it was Thursday. Sorry.
I wake up and I'm like, where am I? This
Well,
is
you
not-
say, why am I in this bed? Because
Yeah.
that's what I wake up to.
Yeah.
And you're in a different bed.
Yeah, this is not the bed. Why am I in this bed? And then I'm like sitting up on my elbows.
What are
and
you
then I see-
wearing?
Not much. And I see Tim walk out of the front bedroom where I had gone to sleep. So, well, hang on a second. So yeah, apparently I at 5:30 in the morning, Tim, something like that.
5:10 in the morning. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Tim
I,
is better to tell this story.
Sure, go ahead, Tim.
He was
So,
awake more than you
Yes,
were.
I've only heard it secondhand.
So you've heard Chris's what he knows of what happened. So I'll tell you what happened with me. So I'm sleeping in my lower bunk, comfortable and cozy, and a human crawls into the bed area with me and snatches
Pitch
the
dark,
pillow
it's 5
out. Yeah, pitch black. Snatches the pillow out from behind my head, shoves it behind their head, and like clams it up against the window, which has got like the metal blind. So like ruckus, right?
Ruckus. It wakes Eric up too. Eric's like, what is happening? But he doesn't hear the whole of this. Okay, good.
So I'm like, all right, somebody's punking me right now, right? So I reach over and I do a gender check and I brush my hand across the chest, and it's a hairy bare chest.
Man chest.
And I was like, all right, well, it's not super hairy, so it's not like Darren,
not Greg,
right? It's not Greg. It feels like a Chris level of hairy. So I pinch at the nipple of this human, and all I hear is in Chris's voice is, "Oh no!" So now I'm like, all right, I need to make sure like this is Chris, because if it's not, this is going to have a completely different escalation, right? So I grab my phone and I just snap a picture, which is the one you just saw if you're on the YouTubes, of Chris sleeping in my bed with me.
It's very clearly your bed because there's a roof.
Yep.
You have a ceiling and you can see
took your pillow.
Yeah. So I'm like,
you don't even take my pillow at home.
I'm gonna get up. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up in like an hour anyway.
Takes anyone's pillows at home.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. So I just like lay down next to Chris, like as making myself as slender as possible. And then about half an hour, 40 minutes later, the scantily clad man rolls over and puts his arm and leg on me, and I was like, okay, and I'm out. So I go to the bathroom and I'm standing there in the RV looking around and weighing my options, and I'm like, well, clearly there's only one option, and that is to go and sleep with Chrissy. So in I go, I like peek my head in, and I was like,
I have all the clothes on. Yeah. I went to sleep with all my clothes. So I have a long sleeve shirt, a tank top, a bra, and yoga pants and socks on. So and I'm under the blankets. So I am fully clothed.
I checked and I was like, all right, she's good to go. This isn't going to be completely awkward. And I'm fully clothed. So I climb into bed, and I'm laying on top of the covers, like making myself as far to the edge of the bed as I can. And
I am so sad that I didn't roll over, open my eyes, and say, why is Jim in my bed?
Or let's just replay this one. Reach over, hairy chest, pinch a nipple. Hey.
I don't usually do that in my sleep. So there's that. Like sometimes I'll come over and, hold his hand or something. But even then I was out to all of things.
So with Chrissy,
so bummed I missed this.
With Chrissy snoring in my ear, I had a very light sleep until about 7 o'clock when I hear in the other, it was cute. It was more like just a gurgled breathing than snoring. Okay. I hear a commotion in the area where my bed is, and you could hear the sound of confusion
so much.
Chris is like trying to figure out what is going on. So I pop out of bed and I was like, I need to like address this immediately. Right. So I open the curtain and look at him, and he's like up on his elbows because he can't sit up all the way because he's on the bottom bunk. And he looks at me and I look at him and I was like, good morning.
God, it was a classic Summit Point weekend and I wasn't there. Oh man.
So much.
4 car fires, deer.
Yeah.
We belly laughed for like a half an hour in the RV.
Oh my God.
Get up and
all
get
weekend
coffee.
on that.
That's so
funny.
fantastic.
Chris, you're so much.
So what did we do Friday? We did theming stuff.
I think we just like organized ourselves. Well, we did testing. We tested.
We tested the cars. Yep.
We tested cars. Yep.
Yeah, I went out in the RX-7 late in the day because that's where we ended up. I ended up driving the RX-7 all weekend.
You did a repair Friday night.
Tell me, because you guys have hinted at it, and I'm sure Brian Trainer has gotten this, but what was the theme?
The theme was the 1980 movie classic Airplane.
With the exclamation point and not number 2, just the first one.
Just the first.
And there are so many themes and so many bits in Airplane to do. So we teamed up with Garage Heroes, and Eric was, of course, the theme master for this. So we each had our bit. I was Dr. Rumac in my brown suit and stethoscope and 80s tie I got from the thrift store.
I'll never get over Macho Grande.
Nope.
No. Never get over Macho.
Clearly, you had a drinking problem.
He did, and then he poured water on himself in during BS, and then he's shivering because
like
he's
multiple
so
times. I was literally frozen.
he's like, this is, okay.
It's my drinking problem.
I had a cup, and Richard was sitting at the tippy tap table, and he had a bottle of water, and I said, Richard, can I have some more water? And I go to like move my cup over there, and my hand is like shaking violently, and he looks at me, and I was like, I'm really cold.
And I was one of the stewardesses, and I stayed in costume all weekend. I had a skirt and shirt from also Pop Tags before I went there. So I went to the thrift store and got an outfit, and I got some gloves and a scarf and a hat from Vicky and Jen, and they were also stewardesses. So we did a lot of the track.
Jen was at none at times too.
Yes, right. The track is over that way. You can exit that way. So yes, and chicken or fish became the joke of the whole weekend. I asked every single person if they would like to have chicken or fish. So
Bill was Otto, the automatic pilot.
He had a great outfit. It was great.
They used that for
floated around
Halloween
groping
episodes.
people. Yeah, so that was good. Jeff Wakeman was Johnny. I mean, talk about a good character for Jeff to play. That was great.
Dave directed traffic, so he had a Tyvek suit, and I can't see that very well. That's at the potluck. That's why it's dark. So Dave had a full. He had earmuffs and a safety vest and
the forklift. It's over there by the baggage.
Right, that way.
He was constantly misdirecting traffic on purpose.
Yep.
Eric was McCloskey. Picked the wrong week to quit drinking and smoking and sniffing glue. And all those things that he had pictures ahead of time of. Of course, Eric did so much.
Yes, that was I wanted, because the photo here that you guys keep talking, but it is brilliant.
Did as many of the bits as we could over the weekend. We
hung a bunch of stuff. We hung a bunch of stuff up in both of the locker rooms, which the track took down almost immediately.
They don't like flyers hanging. Apparently, we got in trouble for that one. So.
Really? Of all the crap we have done at that track,
I think
what they're going to get
there
mad
were
about?
3 other teams that were
teams
posting things. So I think it was just getting to be too much.
Okay. And this is the brilliance that Eric brought, which that is just so great.
So good.
Yeah.
Yep. Vicky and Chrissy did a great they were doing the pre-flight briefing while Eric was doing the driver's meeting.
Right. So Saturday we did the driver's meeting. We were going to do the rookies meeting. So we weren't going to do the whole driver's meeting.
Seatbelts.
And then finally we decided we can do enough things. And everybody's died when they said, bring your fuel with you and then take it away. Vicky walked away with an imaginary fuel cart and people were dying. And so we ended up get on the track that way. And so both of us would do it in tandem, not planned at all. Basically, whatever Eric said. And then whenever he was talking, we had nothing to do. We just stood at attention and waited for him to finish. So, and then after the meeting, he went into the rookie meeting and he stops abruptly and was like, guys, great bit, you have to go. And so Eric yelled at us and we were like, oh shit, gotta go. So Eric was he was like, cool, you guys are cool, get out of my face. And we were like, got it, we're gonna go. So we also didn't talk about the red zone and the white zone.
Eric has a speaker that he made for last year for Tim to do a happy joy that would play it over and over. he modified that and put a new recording in that was the white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only, and there's no stopping the red zone. No, the red zone is for immediate loading. And give me your white zone shit again, Betty.
But it was 9 minutes long.
Yep.
And it would be spaced out, so it would say something space for a while, like a minute space.
You'd forget, and then it would come back.
Like at one point, Nick Pond was like, "Hey, how do I turn that back on?" And I was like, "Just wait," and then it showed back up again. And so we left it in judging on Friday most of the day. And then and then we also brought it to the potluck, and it also stayed on in our paddock most of the day Saturday.
Yeah.
It got really old.
So Chrissy turned it off.
Really old. Like, yeah, there's no stopping. This is exactly it. We can't hear it. You can hear it. We can't hear it. Mental.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
But there's the closed captions are on this one.
Yes, right. Yeah. But no stopping the red zone and the white zone. And we played it all weekend. And
Bruce was a Hare Krishna. And
for a little while.
Yeah. He gave out flowers.
We bought a crap ton of flowers.
If you're listening to this and you don't know what they're saying, before 9/11, you could go anywhere in an airport, and there was an entire religious movement called the Hare Krishnas, which are still around, and they would hassle you at the airport, and airports had to pass rules about where they were supposed to go. And I remember as a youth seeing them in the Atlanta airport, and this was a reoccurring theme in this movie, Airplane, which you should all, as soon as you finish watching this, go watch because it is brilliant.
Yeah.
But we said
so many good things in that movie.
We did the interpretation scene. Instead of being jive, we were interpreting real racers. So Tim and Eric got in an argument wearing their driver's gear. And I just happened to be passing by as they were yelling at Randy. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Judge, I speak real racer." He said he had the line.
He had the line
going on like that.
I don't know if you know, but I've been racing for about 17 years at this track. Yeah.
Yeah. Chrissy and Eric did scouts fighting. They both wore their actual scouting uniforms.
I had a Girl Scout uniform. Yep. Mine fit a little bit better than Eric's. His looked like he was wearing a small child's outfit. But the scene ended up being really good. He pulled my ponytail out. I threw his hat on the ground, and then I started to go beat up the actual judges, and that took them by surprise because they weren't planning on us. We ran out a door, and so like people, it's not like they saw us coming. Like we basically just fell out of a door and then started beating each other up. So that went pretty well as well.
That was great.
There
and then
Vicky
was flipping out in a car, and then we told her to shut up. And then
calm down, get hold of yourself.
Yeah, and then Jeff threw a rock at her, like a huge rock, to like knock her out.
They went.
Yeah, we did take pictures.
Went through penalty. Eric went through penalty and started singing. They were like, "He's got racer PTSD."
Yep, Ethel Merman singing.
Yep. So good.
There was so much.
So much. And there's things that we didn't do. We were like, we'll just let that go. So we gave out flowers. We had little paper airplanes, little like cardboard airplanes that we threw everywhere. They were on the potluck table. Yeah, they were all over the place. Everywhere. I wore a stewardess outfit to potluck. Yeah. Okay. So theming. We themed hard.
That was theming.
I'm pretty sure
there was most of Friday.
Plenty some Saturday too.
Yeah.
But we.
Yep. I went on the ARC-7 for a bit because they decided late they were going to test it, and it was driving pretty well.
Bruce did wreck it a week before.
Sure.
Correct.
So they decided they were going to test it. That's fine. I went out for them for a little while. Car is, as you expect, it's pretty quick. It's not like dominating fast, but it's quick and it's fairly well sorted, and it was driving well on Friday. Yeah. Chrissy, this is your first time in the Cressida.
Correct.
How did it
So
go?
Yeah, we tested, which was I'm so happy that we did, because it was a new car and a track I haven't been on in a long time. So, and of course, don't want to wreck the car. Got up to speed, was feeling pretty good towards the end. So fine. I wasn't going to light the world on fire, but I'm happy to have the testing time because there weren't many cars out when I went out, which was great. So I had a lot of clear track, and then anybody else that was trying to got around me pretty easily. So
that
Friday
makes me
was
the last person to have not driven the Cressy. What do you think of the Cressy?
I think it's great. It is great. I mean, I was obviously very much the slowest driver in the car, but well, I mean, Richard and I were kind of probably back and forth. I have a lot to learn. It was an easy enough car to drive. It was predictable. I don't think I got it squirrely, which means I'm not going fast enough. But it was great. Everything was predictable. It was a nice, it has a very large seat that doesn't move. So they made a butt pad for the back, or a back pad for it, integral to my seating position. If it was not, if I
need a butt pad though too.
Maybe
Chrissy's so low in the seat that she can't see the fuel gauge.
I didn't know it was there.
The tachometer.
I was like, is there? He's like, he's like, when the tack is up to this, and I was like, where's the tack? Like, I didn't know it. I didn't know there's nothing. It's where the bar is, like the dash bar. So I can't see that. And then I had no idea how much fuel I had because I couldn't see it. So yeah, a butt pad probably would have been good, but I didn't use one the whole weekend. So if I drive it again, probably need to pursue something. But it was great. It was fine otherwise. And yeah, really ran well. Yep. Friday was good. And then Saturday?
Well, Friday night, they changed the axle seal on Tally.
Yep.
And probably should have done something else after they put it back together.
Yeah, we probably should have, but we didn't. It was also, there's no garages here, so everyone's working in their paddock, and ours was in grass and dirt and gravel, which is fantastic.
But at least it wasn't
wet. The most Summit Point weekend ever. Oh my God.
I mean, it wasn't wet. It's not like it wasn't raining. If it wasn't like sitting in a mud pit kind of thing.
It was a little chilly, but the sun was warm, which was nice.
Oh, and Bruce brought a fire pit instead of the hot tub. Yeah. But it was great. Plan. It was really nice. It was
and he dragged
he didn't bring enough wood.
The wood. Yeah. So he dragged logs out of the woods and is sawzalling them and hatcheting them into smaller pieces. And it was great. That was one of the solo stoves with a deflector for the heat on top. It worked out great.
It was great. I mean, it ended up being a really good party spot for us and friends. And, it was a nice place. Really good. Yeah, highly recommend.
Yep. So Saturday, driving.
Well, Friday, the fuel, we went for a fuel run on Friday. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was Friday.
Yeah, because you weren't there Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
See, we're messing up all of our days here.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to go. Friday, we did a fuel run.
Run.
We didn't get everything we needed in that time, but that's okay.
That's correct.
And we went back. Then Saturday dawns. I'll talk about my car I was in first, and you guys talk about yours.
Yep.
Darren starts us off and says, yeah, car's a little loose in the back. Something's not quite right. So I get in it after Darren does a nice 2.5 hour stint. We're doing well. I think we're in like 15th or something like that. We're working our way up and maybe even top 10 by that point. I get in it, and it is loose in the back. Every time you were on and off throttle, there's clearly a toe issue or something loose in the back, because you'd go to make that 4-5 shift on the straight, you're doing like 100, and the back end would go one way and then the other, which is really confidence inspiring. So we drove that way all day because it was okay. Like, you could drive around it. It wasn't tragic, but it was suboptimal. But the car has good power, good brakes, like that I actually never fully got into. I never even locked up a wheel. I should have a little bit more, but I was braking pretty deep, and enough power to pass most things out there. Good handling, would understeer slightly in the tighter corners. Easy to catch when the back end started to go a little bit. Car was very good. I wasn't a big fan of the driving position, but they have to fit everyone from Darren, whose knees hit the dash.
Darren is smushed in that car.
He is. It's just not his head on anything. All the way to Bruce. And so, we find ways to make it work, but it was fine. It worked well. Then Greg and Bruce finished off the day, and I think we ended the day in 5th overall on Saturday, which was pretty nice.
Yep. Happy.
Nice.
We're watching the whole time.
Yep. How'd it go for
Okay.
you guys?
In the Cressida.
So Dave went out first in the Cressy. Just put down good solid times. No drama. We were doing hour 40.
Hour 40.
Hour and 40 stints. My wife and my sister-in-law, her older sister Jenny, came to the track on Saturday. Jenny had never been to a Lemons race. She lives like 20 minutes away. So we walked around, and while Dave was in the car and walked to all the different viewing spots, and it's actually a really great track to go and spectate. Like that whole back section, 5 through 8 is really, really cool.
Although the bleachers are sketch.
The bleachers are sketch, but there's plenty of room there to just kind of walk around and stand around, and you can see everything. And turn 3 is really neat. So it was a neat place to go and watch. And then Dave got out. I got in the car. Had a pretty, boring run, which is what I'd always like to do. No couple of dramatic things in front of me that we caught on camera, which are always fun. But
you did have some?
Yeah, the car's like locking up or spinning out, but nothing nearly to what you experienced, Chrissy.
Correct.
So then you got in the car next.
Then I got in the car next. Yep. So this is like midday. I don't know. I was probably it was pretty early on in my stint. But I was a couple cars behind Donnie in the Mustang that hit the deer. So there was a couple deers that were deers that were coming through. One of them was coming through. Skip.
There's like a pack of 3, I think.
Yep.
They distracted him. They sent. I saw the video. They sent a 2-ship.
Right. So
he dodged the first one.
Yes, and then one slipped behind Tom Lamino, and then he hit him. I came through as they were both skidding to a stop. So I saw the Mustang, I saw the deer. I said, "Hey, there's a deer that's dead on track," and I don't know what Chris heard or what I actually said, but Chris was like, oh, "Holy shit, there's a deer on the track," and I was like, yeah, I told you that.
You told me the deer. You said, I heard.
Oh, I said there's a deer on the
at turn 14.
No,
on a track with 10 turns.
No, I didn't say that. Not that time. I might have said 11, but it was like at the end, right?
Yeah. A deer, a female deer.
Yeah.
I think it was male.
I just assumed there was a deer around.
Oh no,
lying in the middle of
the track. Yes, and then so I passed and it was like it's in the track, and I was like they're gonna have to clear it because we can't race like this.
And if you don't hurry up and get it, you can't cook it. So you need it.
They wouldn't. Oh my God, they wouldn't let him cook it. Donnie was
upset.
So mad.
Soggy went up to the tower and asked.
Yep, and Donnie wanted it. They were like, "Okay, we're gonna take it," and they're like, "No." That was like a hard no. So
I think Donnie wanted the head to mount on a wall.
Something.
He wanted the antlers to put on the roll cage.
He hit it so hard it knocked his antlers off.
And we never saw them again because they must have gone straight forward when you were at right. And I guess if you saw the video, all you see is when you're going around the track, all I saw is deer butt. So I did not see what sex the deer was from the track.
Incidentally, and chances are if you're listening to this, you've seen this, but Donnie, Iceman on that one, keeps the car. Like he dodged the first one without making a radical steering movement. Second one, he gets clipped. He slowly brings the car safely to a stop on the side, immediately kills the switch so he doesn't cook the engine. He told me he didn't even remember doing that.
In the video.
Yeah, you can hear that laugh.
Hear him laughing.
Yeah. He doesn't remember killing the power until he saw the video, but that was just so let that be another reminder to everyone. Know where all the safety features are in your vehicle.
Yeah. So he pulled off and I saw them both coming to a stop. We
had fire before that.
Oh yeah.
The neon caught fire.
Right.
As I was going by it, I see little bits of orange under it. And like, what the hell? And then I look in my mirror and I see a lot of orange under it and say,
that was in 2.
Hey, everybody.
That was
2. It's like
2.
We're about to get a red flag.
Right. Because I think I was on the opposite end of the track. So I came to a stop at I was in like 8.
That was the only red black flag on Saturday, I think, though.
Yeah, I think that's the only red black flag that I had anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you had the red flag for the first fire in turn 2.
Yes,
and
correct.
Then you had the deer.
Yeah. But that was, we didn't stop for that.
No, they black flag.
no.
They black.
Didn't they black
No,
flag
they
all
ju-
for that?
No,
They
No,
did
they
not.
just dragged it out of
They
the
did
way.
not.
You're right.
They just
No.
dragged it out of the
Full
way.
it was just a
It
lot of
full
yellow.
course
Because I was
yellow.
going to say, I didn't have a red and black when I was out
And-
there either day. So
And then
And then
the Civic caught on fire in the paddock, and they did double yellow full course
for a long
and
time.
Chrissy and who was in the car? And was it Bruce in the other
It
car?
was Bruce. Yes. Yes.
The two of them are chirping back and forth and like, what is all this yellow? There's nothing on the track. I made like 4 laps, and I'm trying to like chime in to let them know that
No.
there's a car on fire, and I couldn't break into the conversation.
Well, and that's when I could see when you said there's a car on the fire in the paddock. I'm going in double yellow, so I can see the fire from the track because it's not far off of the track.
and you're just not sitting there being a grumpy old man bitching
Well,
about your kids on my lawn.
Well, you know what? Bruce did not want to get in, so he was happy to be grumbling under double yellow because he didn't want to get in. Anyway, overall, my first stint was fine. It was fairly uneventful. It was okay. You know, I'm getting faster, but still over braking in a lot of places, braking probably where I don't even need to. But first time in the car, wanted to bring it back in one piece. Last race of the season, was feeling like I wanted to just be nice to everybody. So, yeah, that was Saturday. And then Richard finished up the day.
Yeah, Richard took checkers.
Yep. Yeah, that was our Saturday. And then I don't think we had much to do. So Tim left us and I think we just swapped tires, right? You were helping him because I was working on the potluck. So I don't know what we did. I didn't do much car work this weekend.
Yeah, we fueled, swapped tires, and that was it on the Cressy.
Yeah.
It's pretty
RX-7,
easy.
we investigated why the handling was off. And it was definitely, there was a significant amount of toe in the right rear wheel where all the work had been done. So we did some measurements, did some adjustments, got it as close as we could get it, put some oil in it, cleaned some things up, rotated the tires, checked things over. And that was about it. Fast forward, Sunday, drove great. So it worked. And then Saturday night was a potluck.
Great
Potluck was great. So
yeah.
the only problem was we set up just some tables that were kind of in the middle, in a side parking lot type thing, right? So right off of Judging, there were no lights, and we're now lamenting that we should have put it under the pavilion where there were lights. We did not do that.
We didn't know where the switch was until
right,
after.
but and we're like, it was right there, and so we should have done that. But instead, we had 2 bright lights that actually came from our paddock, I think. And so
yes, they did.
So people were like walking along the potluck with their iPhones lights to try to see like what they were getting. And I was like, just take some of all of it. Had a lot of food. Really great job. Thank you to everybody who's listening who came and brought food. A lot of different food. Lots of we were very like mac and cheese heavy. This was not a meat sweat party.
Baked pasta, baked ziti, lasagna.
I feel like if it's freezing cold though,
it was good.
You want a
chili.
carb load.
There were multiple chilies.
Yep. Yeah. No. It was great. I'm not saying that. No potato salad. No half-eaten bags of chips. Like full sheet cakes. Somebody brought like 20 Amish pies, and they're like, I brought those pies, and I was like, how are we gonna cut them? And they're like, oh. I'm like, that's great. You bring pies. We just need to be able to cut them. And I'm at a disadvantage on this race because I don't have anything to be able to help you with.
You don't
spoons.
have the Chrissy pre-packed.
Correct.
No. We went to Costco and bought plates and cutlery, and
it's as good as we could do. Yeah. So overall, potluck was great. Yeah, we had jams going on. I endoed over Bobbin's bike. That was great.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
So
Damn it. Wrecking pit vehicles. This is the most Summit race ever.
So I had my empty solo cup to go get another drink at the paddock. So I had a solo cup in my left hand. I went to push the right brake, and the right brake doesn't work at all. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going very fast, but I'm still like, I was at the time going slightly downhill. And so I switch over and start pulling the right brake, and the right brake pulls. The left brake pulls way too much. And I assume that if I don't have a right brake, that I don't think I should baby the left brake. And I literally go up and over.
That's false.
What?
You should baby the left brake.
Well, I didn't know. And of course I stole the bike. So I didn't ask her like, hey, can I borrow your bike? And then she could have told me that the brake on left is all of the brake. So I go up and over. The bike swings around, hits me in the back. There's people that are walking and they're like, "Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay?" They're like, they thought I hit a pothole. I was like, no, this is a me problem. And I had, a couple drinks, but like not, it was totally a brake problem, not a drunk driver problem. So I did that. And then I came back laughing hysterically and Bobbin's like all upset. And I'm like, no, I legit stole your bike and didn't ask for instructions and then braked too hard.
And then crashed it.
This is a me problem. I thought that was funny. Alec was great.
Did you guys see Becky with the homemade pit race water tower pinata that they brought?
Yes.
I saw
they gave
it
Randy
from afar.
first shot at it.
And I think he broke it. Didn't he break it on the first? Somebody broke it early.
Like 2 swings. Yeah. It was great.
Yep. So yeah, potluck was awesome. Really, really good. I feel like afterwards, I probably should have gone and cleaned up more, but I didn't. Yeah. And then we sat around and then we went, I think most of the party came to us on Saturday night. We were sitting around
the fire pit.
Fire pit.
Nice time. Yep.
Yeah. So we just sat around the fire pit and then went to bed at a semi-reasonable hour, I think.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Got up Sunday. Bill had made us a delicious breakfast. So we had that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
we
Bill.
split it up between 4 different cars. So there's a lot of people that were pitching in, which was great.
Yep. And everything was soaking wet from the dew the night before. So like inside and outside of the RX-7 was like a half a roll of paper towels to get it dry.
Yeah, so many paper
the
towels.
The RX-7 is very cold blooded, so it took a long time to warm it up.
Oh my gosh. You
Darren
revved
and I
it forever.
basically had to do rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to start. He did. So
he starts walking.
In case you're wondering, folks, that means Darren lost. Darren didn't win.
No, I don't even think you played because he walked out. He walked out of the RV in underwear to get something. And I said, "Suit up, you're getting in." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And so I was like, "Oh, look, I found him. He's getting in."
But both nights we actually worked on the car enough that it was that, for those of you who have seen the RX-7, this is going to be surprising. It was on the ground with wheels on it.
Yeah.
In the morning, which is unusual for that car. So
that's insane.
That's because Chris was on the team.
And they were in the top 5 and still feeling good. So I don't think nobody really partied like that hard because they were ready to go.
I certainly didn't wake up in anyone else's bed.
I do have another.
I praised him in the morning.
That's why I didn't, because it was empty. There was
Tim
no Tim to cuddle
didn't
with.
come back. Yes.
Yeah. I have another question because we received a random email from a guy named Tim Burr in giant capitalized bold letters.
It's hard to read. What does it say?
I'm sorry. It says Greg's on a bread budget. There's no context.
What does that mean?
I can't remember.
Tim Burr, National Golf Association.
What hour and what day?
Greg and I were
on Thursday.
Thursday. We were up till almost 3, and something happened where it was me, him, and Eric was the last man standing, and then he went to bed, and it was just me and Greg. And
Kritzler?
Yeah, he went to bed. He went to bed fairly early compared to Greg and I, but Greg and I were up late, and we're sitting around, and he was looking for something. I'm trying to remember this because it was late, and he's looking through all this stuff, and there's like chips, and there's like every drawer is magic in Greg's RV. You open it up, and there's a bottle of some sort of alcohol in there, like Bloody Mary mix and red wine and white wine and like rum. Like every
we just went
drawer.
to New Hampshire last weekend, so
that helps.
Every drawer. It's like the advent calendar of the race, right? So he had like a thing of bread. I'm probably remembering this wrong, but he had a thing of bread, and it was like half of it was like the pieces were torn in half, and we were reminiscing about the bread bread fight that we had. And I says, "Man, you don't have a whole lot of bread on here." And he's like, "Yeah, Greg's on a bread budget these days." So I was like, I have to just email that because I will never remember that in my current condition.
Oh my goodness.
So fun.
Oh, wow.
Love hanging out with that guy. He's a riot.
Yeah.
Don't try to keep up with him.
No, never.
No,
Never
no.
lose.
Many have
all
tried.
have failed.
All have failed.
All have failed. Yeah. Yeah. Usually not great. Okay. So Saturday, Tim went to go hit to his family's house. So
Yep.
Tim left the track. I don't even know. You left at the potluck,
I
right?
left after the potluck. Yeah,
Yep.
I helped.
Tim
I
came
helped
back Sunday morning.
clean up all the tins and things, and then out
Yep.
I went.
Got it.
Sunday morning.
Sunday.
Got ready. Darren started. Darren did a little over 2 hours, actually 2:20 in the car. He had the fuel light on. It was time to come in soon. So then,
Well, and of course, we always play the game of yellows, and there's all yellows and reds, and we did poorly on a bunch of them with the RX. There was times where both cars we pulled in.
One of them we got just right, but like when the ones that I had seen, like we'll talk about this in a little bit during my shift. So I go out for a while. Car's feeling much better. Darren had gotten a nice fast lap of 129.9. That's quick around that track. And I was, a couple seconds slower than that because not my car. We're in we're in fifth. So like we're not going to win. Like just keep the car together and have fun. And then we're coming around. Which corner? After the oil track gets oiled down. Okay, there's a problem. Then I come around the corner at 5, and the tire wall is all over the place. No, that's the second one. First off, there was a rollover.
That was the Focus.
There was a rollover. Yeah, I was way back in turn 2, and the red flag coming out of turn 2. All right, so I pull over at turn 3 and sit and wait.
Chrissy had a front row seat to that thing too.
The rollover?
Yeah. Was it Richard? It was Richard.
Yeah, it was not me. No, I closed. So no, it wasn't, because I was standing with the guy at the pit wall, and we were all zooming in the pictures that the track guy got, and we were trying to figure out what turn it was, which car. So I was not.
Yeah, it was coming out of 9 on the inside. A Focus rolled over on the inside. I think he probably lifted in the corner and spun around.
There's a video of it. A car in front of them just kind of overcooks the corner, goes off, and exactly that. The Focus, nothing radical, but they're like mid-turn, and you can see them come off the throttle. The rear end comes out, and then they're trying to play catch up, and it goes to the inside into the tire wall.
Yeah. So that was a good 20 minutes sitting there, and then black flag all waiting for that, which we just stayed out because we still had plenty of fuel. So that was fine. Then go back. I went back out after 20 minutes in the pits. Darren brought me some water. It was nice.
Well, and we had this back and forth questioning of, can we take water? No, we can't. Ken says yes. The track says no. Back and forth. Can we get out? Can't we get out? Like, and Darren's like, other series will let you just get out and be able to walk around and get to your driver. And we were like, okay, well, you can only do whatever they say you're supposed to do. Also, I was kind of annoyed. At least one of those, they didn't re-dick check, which I was surprised. Actually, I think it was yours. They did not. He got back out. He got out of the car, helmet off, drank some water, got back in the car, and they did not re-dick check you.
I was one of the few that got out, though. But anyway, go back out, driving more, and I find that, hang on. We're in 4th now. Huh. Behind Bazinga. And Bazinga is just a little faster than us because they have an LS in their 300ZX. I don't know who would have thought of an idea to put an LS motor sticking out the hood of a 300ZX. Who knew that would be a fast car?
Who knew until it went into a wall? There's that. Yep.
So anyway,
take after us.
I am running in a pack with them right behind them for a while, and we are hauling ass.
Oh, and they can see while they're watching. You have live stream going, so they're in your ear every other minute trying to tell you yes. Yeah,
but they left me fairly well alone, a lot more than they leave Greg and Bruce alone. Darren used likes to talk to them a lot. So anyway, I couldn't quite keep up with them, just enough. Like traffic would get us close together, then traffic would tear us apart. You guys know the drill when the cars are almost the same speed. And then I come around I come up to the braking zone of 1, and I'm on the right-hand side coming down the straight because I'm passing everybody on the left. Okay, fine. I go to brake and like, oh, hang on. Nope. The car's loose. I'm glad I braked early. What's going on? There's things going on here. That's when the oil had gotten all over the track. and everyone's sliding all over the place, trying and just seeing, all right, how long is this oil slick going to last? Let me tell you, it lasted most of the track and mostly on the racing line. It was great. So I'm driving very carefully at this point because I've been sliding around a bit. I come around the turn at 5 and the tire wall's all over the place on the inside. Like I said, all right, guys, we're going to get a red flag here real soon. Do you want me to come in to do the pits now or not? And they weren't ready. And so I go just past the pits and I'm at start finish. And that's when they throw the red flag. So that was another lengthy wait, black flag all, but this time we did decide to fuel up. So park the car, wait till they say you can fuel without touching it. And Bruce got in. Bruce did an hour, but that shift in the car between all of the red and black flags and driving, I was in the car for 3+ hours.
3+, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And when Bruce went back out, we were still in 4th. So didn't lose anything, even with the pit stop, which is nice. Later in the day, Greg went out and something must have happened to Bazinga because we had passed them. We were 3 laps behind them and then we were suddenly a lap ahead. And so he said, Greg, you just need to keep up a decent pace. Don't go crazy, just a decent pace. And we ended up in 3rd overall, 2nd in A behind Lamino.
Yes.
Yep. Crazy. It was a lot of people's failures. There's a lot of shuffling in the top couple, except for the winners. They were ahead most of the race.
Mm-hmm.
They would drop when they would pit, but other than that, for the most part, they were. But everybody else underneath them, all the normals were up in the top.
Yeah, two through 15 moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Great. How was your shifts in the Cressida on Sunday?
Similar warm up with the going through a whole roll of paper towels to get the car dried off. We put Dave in first. I had to go second because I had to leave early and get to the airport. Dave had a once again a good stint. Put down fastest time of the weekend on Sunday morning. And then he got out. We're doing basically hour 35 again, hour and a half, something like that on Sunday. I got in and felt so much more comfortable the second day. I've never been on the track before. Friday was my first time on the track, and it was like, where does this thing go? So
episode you could have listened to beforehand.
I did. Oh, and I watched videos and all the things. Yeah. It's just way different when you get out there. And started to feel really comfortable with a couple of the turns that I was struggling with. Started to come to me. And I had a blast, and I was cutting it up with cheese bolt guys for a little while. So it was great, super fun. Get towards the end of my stint, I get the radio message, hey, we're walking over to the pit wall. I said, great. I said, I'll be in as soon as you let me know that you're there. So get past start finish, heading towards turn 1, red flag. So pull over in turn 2. Another fire. That was a fire again, wasn't it, on Sunday?
Yeah, there was
That would have been about
there
when
was
you.
another one.
Yeah.
I lost track of how many fires. There were legit 4
So
fires
many.
over the weekend.
Yep. One rollover, 4 fires, a couple. Yeah, and a couple
deer.
times with the if the track just got too messed up, they did close it. I feel like we had at least
The
one
2
where they
tire
had
walls that got all messed up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So so came in. Once they went to black flag all, came in. We had a slight delay while they were fixing the tire wall. It actually must have been crashing. I think it was a crash in 3 into the wall because they had to do a tire wall fix. And yeah, it was good. I put down some quick time. I was happy to be consistent. I was running pretty good consistent times. I threw 1 hero lap in, which was I think a 1:33.8, which is not bad for that car. And then I turned it over, and Richard got in the car, next, and he went out and had a blast, and then I left. And
Yep.
Chrissy, why don't you take over?
Yeah. And then Richard got in because he also had to leave. So he had an earlier enough flight that he had to get in. So that meant that all I had to do was pack my clothes. So that meant that I was going to close. And I am not a fan of closing. But I never close ever.
I know you never do, but why are you not a fan?
I don't like the knife fight.
Yeah,
It was fine. So I got in. So we gave Richard just a little bit of extra time because he had a couple of the red flags, and he definitely came in for one of the times where you guys were pitting, and he red flag, during the black flag, he just stayed in line. So so we left him out for a little bit longer. But I was out for hour 15, I think, and it was fine. I'm just still getting used to being fast and beating myself up a little bit because I'm not fast enough. But we brought it home in 11th. So I went out in 11th. We stayed in 11th. I don't even know what the laps were around us, if there's anybody even close, but we stayed where we started. So I guess it was good enough. And I don't think there was anything too interesting at the close of the race. Wasn't out with the rollover. I don't know. We might have had some yellows, but I don't think there was anything dramatic at the end.
The rollover is on Dave's YouTube channel. He's got apparently Richard was right behind it, because the video you saw, Mental, was from Richard's point of view.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I think for the most part, there were cars that were breaking down towards the end of the race. No surprise. That's usually how it goes. A couple cars, somebody actually oiled it. It was a I don't know, Ford something rather, oiled down the whole track. Actually, when they threw the checker, I think they threw the checker actually early because they had literally oiled the whole track down. So it was one of those things that you saw it coming, and then they just went around. I did the rain line to make it so that you're not on whatever that slippery stuff is. And then by the time I came around, they were throwing the checker. So yeah, so it was fine.
Finished 11th overall.
11th overall. So yeah, good stint. Need more time, but yeah, had a good time. Tried to race with some people. Yep. Can't complain. And then
So fun.
Yeah. And then we went to judging or to awards, and we didn't bother anybody. We just all stood on the side and we're in our costumes. So we didn't do anything other than when we won, I told them everybody they could exit the track that way. But yeah, no, it was, overall great weekend. It was nice that the weather was chilly but dry. So we were able to, we wore a bunch of layers, but for the most part, we were able to walk around and be in other people's paddocks and see what people were doing. And good for them if you had something that you had to fix. It was nice to not be super cold or super wet, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Great weekend.
Yeah. We laughed a lot. Had a great time.
A lot. Yeah, and it helps when you have a big team, just about everybody was into it. We were doing pretty well with the theme, and even we're all counting on you. We're still saying this over text to each other because we're all counting on you. Came up in every conversation.
Abdul-Jabbar?
We did have these conversations in the car. Yeah. Randomly. It was only between our two cars on our radios, and then Garage Heroes had their own. So we were just doing this between ourselves, and we think we're funny. That's why we do it.
I did during one of the red flags. I did grab the thing and be like, the white zone is for passenger loading and unloading.
Oh, I feel like that's if Eric still has that, that's an excellent bribe penalty. Is you secure that in an offender's car, awful. And they have to listen to that.
They do a really good job of it, but it's so repetitive that I wanted to just stop.
It's fantastic.
It was great.
So that was us at Summit. Last race of the year for us, anyway, especially for the East Coasters. So.
Yeah, just 3 more left on the calendar.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy.
One of which we'll be talking about next week.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Let's do that.
Which one is that next week?
Why, that would be Mercedes Sugarland Ranch in Houston. Not really in Houston, Texas, but yeah, outside of Houston, Texas.
Fantastic.
Great. Do we have a just the tip?
You have just the tip.
Okay. Who put the just the tip on here?
I did.
Okay, great.
Because
want?
I never have to think about this, but all of a sudden a race car showed up in my garage in Maine, and I was like, I need to think about this. So
yeah, you do.
The last race of the weekend for the Northeast. So it's time, folks, to get that race car prepped for the winter. So whatever you need to do, however you want to do it, but make sure you get that antifreeze out of the cabinet and get it in your race car. Time for a little fluid flush. Anything else you used to do to the race car in the winter, Chris?
Everything. I would go over like it was every race, like after any race, like I had a race coming up soon, and do as much prep as I possibly could. Everything except I'd not flush the brakes because it's going to get more moisture in over the winter, and I'd put antifreeze in it and put crappy tires on it. So my goal was when that car went away, all I had to do in the spring was good tires, fresh brake fluid, get the antifreeze out, and clean it.
Yep.
Full stop.
And our car is like that now. Chris did all that before we put it away.
If you guys are in a colder area, some mothballs and pantyhose in various entry points, or steel mesh to make sure critters do not take up
glue
residence.
Traps, lots of glue traps.
Glue traps. Yeah.
Kill those things.
Well, then you end up with carcasses in your car in the spring.
Totally fine.
I'm all about like the critters just kind of walking by my car going, nah, we don't want that. Nah.
I know.
That's a sketch. That's a sketch hood over there.
We're good. We're good.
Like,
I'm not that hungry.
Get some snakes, like chuck them in the car, like whatever it takes. No rodents. No rodents.
Wow,
spoken by a man who's definitely cleaned up his share of mouse remnants out of his FJ over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You've got
war
problems.
It's war, folks.
Wow.
He's mad. He's
apparently
screwing around.
Oh goodness. Wow. Okay. You're a lot.
Okay.
Well, it was nice talking to you. It was nice seeing you, Mental, and I'm glad
we missed you.
Yeah, I know. I was bummed I was missing it. Now I'm even more bummed. Man, that sounds like an ab workout weekend.
Pretty
Dang
epic. Yeah. You too could have slept with Chris Abbott.
Now that I know he's kind of easy, he's got to get a couple drinks and disorient him. All right.
Spin him around a few times. He's going to take your pillow though.
Yoink.
Yeah.
Mine.
Bring a second pillow. At least a neck roll, something.
Oh, I will say this though, to both my co-host and to our listeners. I hope everyone has a safe and fun All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and Dia de la Muertes, or Muerta.
You too. See.
Au
revoir. Oh, wait.
Gracias, señor.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels down.